rematch against Toronto. How do you feel going into something like that?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's we wish we could have had this game or the final MLS Cup final at home. There's nothing but good things to say about Toronto, but at the same time, it's business, and we want to win for our fans, for ourselves, for the standings, and it should be a good game.
Despite the fact that you won and it's the trophy and everything, is there still anything to prove from you guys with Toronto?
I think so. I think every year you have something to prove. You only play these East Coast teams once, and for us, we got the opportunity to play them twice last year, and both results, I guess, went our way. This game means a lot because it is the rematch, and we're going to take it as serious as we can.
You were one of the players, obviously, that didn't get to participate in the penalty shootout. Do you ever look back on that and think, man, I wish I'd been in there, or are you glad that you kind of avoided it?
I wanted to take one initially, but once our shooters went at it, I was full-on support cheerleader. I'm glad that they all, for the most part, made them, and we won. So I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm happy that the results went our way, and the guys that shot the PKs.
Do you know where you were potentially on the list?
I was told by Schmetzer later down the road that I was number 7. So
you were going to go after Roman?
I was after Roman, yeah. So I'm glad he made it, though.
You talked about managing Lee Nguyen last week, and now you have a couple guys. Talk about Giovinco and what he brings. Obviously, another big game last night, but how do you manage a guy like that, an MVP caliber player?
Giovinco is a spectacular player. It's very difficult to defend him. I think just like Lee Nguyen, you have to eliminate all the balls going towards him. We didn't do a great job of collecting second balls last week with Lee Nguyen, so I think that's something that we need to correct this week and really manage the touches that Giovinco gets, because if he gets less touches, he's going to be less effective. So, we just always have to be aware of him, and he's very good on the ball to his feet.
Cristian, Toronto plays a somewhat rare 3-5-2 system with those two wingbacks, Beitashour and Raheem Edwards. What is it like trying to go up against 5 midfielders, especially ones who can get up and down so well?
Yeah, it's a bit different, but I think we do a good job of looking at tape and watching how they play, their tendencies. Beitashour is going to go up and down the line as much as possible, and then their 3 guys are going to tuck in. They have this young kid, Edwards, who's been good in my opinion. He's not afraid to take players on. So, and obviously we know what Giovinco and Altidore do. But yeah, it's a little bit unfamiliar, but I think we do a good enough job of looking at tape and looking at their tendencies, and that we'll be familiar with them.
Speaking of tape, too, you and Ozzy playing a new defensive midfield role will probably have to mark Marky Delgado and Victor Vasquez. What do you see on tape from them, and how do you guys plan on trying to slow them down?
Yeah, I think Victor Vasquez is extremely good. I think has the leading assist numbers in the league. I think he actually surpassed him yesterday. Yeah, so we have to be aware of him. He'll play more like a number 10. Marky will play more like a number 8. Box to box type of player. So it's being aware of Vasquez in those soft areas. Filtering the ball to Giovinco and Altidore, and Marky. Solid player. Will get up and down the field, covers a lot of ground. So we're aware of them, and obviously, just like Giovinco, we got to eliminate the ball getting to Vasquez because he's the most dangerous and effective.
A lot is made of the midfield battle, and sometimes how numbers can be overwhelmed by numbers. What role does a Jovan Jones play in that for you guys, and how does he? Is he a factor, even though he is listed as a fullback?
I think he probably had the most touches in the last game. Almost has the most touches in almost every game. We play down the left side a lot. It allows Jordan to play up higher. It allows me to stay a little bit more central. Where technically sound on that left side, and he provides a lot of width, and that makes Ozzy and myself jobs a little bit easier. So, he's a pleasure to play with, and he really makes the team better and makes the tandem in the midfield a little bit better and making it easier defensively.
¿Cuáles son las claves para tratar de dominar aquí a Toronto?
Tenemos que eliminar la pelota a Giovinco, porque él crea todo, y para nosotros tenemos que estar listos y ver dónde está cada minuto del partido, y también tenemos que jugar nuestro juego, porque si jugamos muy bien y atacamos muy bien, va a ser difícil para ellos jugar un buen partido.
Gracias.